Hey, this is Sully for antisocialnews.com, and this is the Body Count Report for Wednesday, August the 16th, 2017, and I'm going to be taking you around the world to some news stories where people are either dying or fighting for their lives. These are real news stories involving life or death situations. Remove the title card, and we're going to Kenya. In Kenya, there was recent elections. Kenyatta, the former president, re-elected. The opposition is rioting in the streets. Check the link in the description below to read more about that and to watch the videos from Al Jazeera. Moving on to a news report from the United Press International. We're going to go to one of our favorite places, the Philippines, where Duterte calls the police killing of 32 Philippines drug raids good. In Philippine drug raids. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and read one of the excerpts from this. Duterte's consistent cheerleading for an unlawful killing campaign that killed at least 7,000, perhaps 12,000, as many as 12,000 of the country's most poverty-stricken citizens, makes him complicit in the incitement and instigation of mass killings. That's from the Human Rights Watch Telegraph report. Follow those links in the description of this video. And we're going to move to the Korea Herald. This is a slightly bigger story, one being widely ignored by the West. North Korea appears to have backed down on this situation, standing off with Trump, with the United States. Saw a battle of egos there for a bit, and apparently that was enough to save civilization, save the world, because a lot of people don't realize what is at stake when it comes to nuclear weapons, but literally all life on the planet is threatened by stuff like nuclear winter. So this actually is probably the biggest story today because it had the largest potential of loss of human life. Moving on to another story, and this one is an active story. You want to talk about the large potential loss of human lives? We have two nuclear powers and the two most populated countries on the planet, India and China, are skirmishing over their border. So they're looking for ways to maintain peace along the China-India border. There has been lots of breaking of that border. So this is a massive story. This is a developing story, and it's really scary to see how long this has been going on without anybody really talking about it here in the United States. So check that out. We're moving back to the Philippines, but this time from the Philippines, not United Press International. Obviously, it's from the Philippines because you'll only see stuff about Bangsamoro Islamic freedom fighters from the Philippines. You'll only hear about the drug stuff. You'll only hear about the drug stuff from other countries, but from the Philippines, you'll actually hear about these battles where they're fighting the Islamic extremists. The alleged bomb maker and trainer for the Bangsamoro Islamic freedom fighters, BIFF, was killed in a raid by government forces, Datu Odin Sinswat Maguindaono, on Tuesday night. So check this story out. The soldiers are checking the slain body. That is a gruesome picture. It's a censored picture, but it's still gruesome. And holy crap, what intense uniforms. Look at the intense uniforms these guys are wearing. That's like, I guess that's their special forces uniforms. Beautiful. Good job on that, guys. And we have, there's one other story that I wanted to have us take a look at here from the regions section in Manila time. The New People's Army rebels abduct Kidapawan policeman. So check this out. This is a scary situation where you have the government is cracking down on Islamic terrorists, Islamic extremist organizations, and in response, some of the militia groups that also don't like the government are lashing out. So check this story out. Very scary situation in the Philippines. Something that I talk about a lot here on the Body Count Report because it is a very active situation. The Philippines is one of the most populated countries on the planet, density-wise, and it is also a place that the United States shares a lot of property with the United States military. So, Philippine news is world news, is news that we should care about. So stay tuned. Subscribe to the Body Count Report for more interesting stories like that. This is not a story of mass casualty. This is just a sad story out of Ireland. I thought it was interesting. I go to Irish Times to find a unique perspective on world news, and it's very rare that I actually find a story of a mass shooting, and this was a local feud that got 2 people killed and 2 people sent to hospital, as they say. Sent to hospital. There we go. A man and woman have died in a shooting in Ballybum, North Dublin, and 2 other people are being treated for injuries in hospital. Sad, scary story. Check it out. See that even relatively peaceful areas can erupt in violence. And we are going to jump to Israel, to the Jerusalem Post, and what they are concerned about there is Iran building missile factory in Syria. This is a picture of Iranian militants, the Basiji. The Basiji are not the ones who would be building a factory. They are the low-level guys. They're the grunts, but sharp picture, though. Kind of a wacky picture. Kind of an action shot. Looks like this fella's falling. This guy's falling. He looks like he'd get trampled with these guys running with their AK-47s. Not a very safe-looking bunch. I don't know how properly they're trained there. Okay, that is it. This is a story of high concern. Israel, very densely populated country, threatened all the time by Iran. Iran building armaments in Syria. So Israel is logically uneasy about this. So keep an eye on this story. We don't want wars to erupt, but we do want to see peaceful resolutions to these situations. Because human life is precious. And also, I do want to say one thing about internet censorship. This is WordPress having censored the Vanguard America website, which is a little frustrating. I understand why they did it, but censoring them just sort of leaves us trying to research the motivation behind the Charlottesville attack in the lurch, stuck in the lurch, not really having access to what the group actually put out there, what they were actually saying. So now we have to take other people's words for it when we could have just seen what they had going on, and instead it's been taken down. So I do have a little bit of a problem with that. I understand them not wanting to host right-wing hate speech. I understand that completely, but when they censor this sort of stuff, it makes it harder to understand what happened, especially since we... Hey, this is Sully for antisocialnews.com, and this is the Body Count Report for Wednesday, August the 16th, 2017, and I'm going to be taking you around the world to some news stories where people are either dying or fighting for their lives. These are real news stories involving life or death situations. Remove the title card, and we're going to Kenya. In Kenya, there was recent elections. Kenyatta, the former president, re-elected. The opposition is rioting in the streets. Check the link in the description below to read more about that and to watch the videos from Al Jazeera. Moving on to a news report from the United Press International.